want instead. If you're hacking the content for and not going to think you're saying for their want, they're not doing their work and they're talking. My God. You know, I've never been this higher in my life. I am actively for the education because when I say education is in the trenches, along with everything else going on in the world right now, I don't have the capacity to do what y'all badges because y'all don't want to hear it and y'all don't want to give them any sort of now. I'm done. I'm exhausted. From destroying my things in the classroom to not following regulation, skipping class. And it hasn't done for years. When I think it's like
I was far away.
I'm spreading word about this problem. Something about it. These kids are going to stay stupid. You can ask your general dentist one day. February? What's February? What's an appointment? Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? Who am I? Who am I? To be in the classroom. And if you would be privileged to bring my office, some other another smart to do it at home. They do it at school. They don't look failed out. That's like in there. Sure, punching for going to get started, training themselves, not knowing how to literally one or two okay, it's like 5, 10 per class. Kids now sit with lights, pencils, and right? This is what sure, no, I not be our origin outline. If I would have any of these left interests I do, or make anything of myself other than being a Roblox player, I'm really glad to have the last train out of all my fellow Gen Zs. I know you can. It's one of the things that can't if you're Gen Alpha. We're glad that you're not. Thank you to our wonderful patrons. Robert Gunnar, so chicken and Julius Lacy, people that hate Jordan, Pill, Lovely, Idealist, Joe Allen, Sanchez Oz, and Uncle Tracy, Jen Pacifist, Michael JC, Sally Jamie, Gordon was patron, Sonic Space, and Greg. I'm sitting there. I'll be more careful next time.
I love alcohol. I'm joking. Do not alcoholism.
Why does it feel like everything is wrong?
Fuck yeah!
Fewer friends and more suicide ever on. Why does it feel like if Pharrell Williams came out with Happy today? People would say he needs to read the room. Why are the fewest people working to the great recession? They married together, in all of recorded history, like 45 years. It's just sad to see more young violence acceptable lives. I argue that originally it's so rare that what comes out is like 16. Why is every source of figure being condensed bad news? Every current celebrity getting canceled because energy. Right? I've probably done like 3 times. And as sensitive as the world is today, yeah, we can cancel something y'all heard our conversation. That shit's out of the world. Like you say, the fucking bullshit. There is no. We definitely. Why is politics insane? Why is Trump getting elected so many people? Why have the UK owned 6 prime ministers in the last 10 years? Why are homes more expensive than ever before? And why are people trying to escape the hell of this modern culture more than anyone has ever tried to escape anything? We're buying physical DVDs from Tradwives. We're throwing away our cell phones. Why are people starting to go to church not because they believe in God, but because there are no more third spaces? Why are overdoses at all-time high and optimism in the future at all-time lows? Why is college attendance at a 20-year low? Why do 1 in 4 kids not speak to their parents? 70% of 14 people read a book. It's going to be live their life.
Can't go faster while walking.
People that raised my parents that kept them at least in some level of moderation with technology and strength. And why? Outside of the mental arena, it seems like now is the worst time ever to live. It's because of one thing, the death content. Nothing is stable. And things we used to count on, things previous generations would never change, always be there, are not steady. Marriages and divorce, politics changes every 4 years. No one is 40 years anymore. People don't have long-lasting friendships. And people who went to college promised them a safe job and have a higher unemployment rate than high school friends. You're basically the opposite way to every society has ever lived. Continuity and stability. Bedrock of basically every human life until ours. Why? Why did this happen to us? I'll tell you. America was essentially founded as a nation of English, a continuation of the English common law, the English tradition. The Americans rebelled against the British on the grounds. The Americans were British and the Brits were 150 years later. America itself in an ideological struggle against communism and fascism. America had to win an ideological. They had proved not only that they were better than communists and fascists, but that they were fundamentally different. So fascism is hierarchical, communism is egalitarian. America chose a third way. Chose political individualism. Every person for their own destiny, unburdened by what has been. Unburdened by what had been. That's why people tried everything to show the world that American individualism is trying. The FBI hired more Israeli to show how the U.S. was more feminist than the Soviet Union. America really liberated Neil Armstrong across the globe to show how unracist and how innovative American liberalism was. Right on the hearts of the was explained in no better place. My second name was Margaret in 1992 Supreme Court decision that Harriet Liberty's case. She said, basically speaking, how the country is being run. The heart of liberty is the right to define one's own concept of existence, of meaning, of the universe, and of the mystery of human life. Oh, that's all. You can never imagine. No facility. If you should say every citizen can benefit its own. No, you're going to listen to your comments. It's principle. No, we're good. Maybe you listen to that. Regardless, it's a approach. It's a randomized individual systems. We take advantage of it. Use this to entice society within the time alone. If you're all the time, one of the worst things to be today is to forget to the other to right there. I remember I said it was right every day. In college, we say here, you want to become codependent. What? The reason is because they spend less time hanging out when you want to. So you don't lie about too much. That's what friendship is. The idea behind saying don't become codependent is because eventually someone might let you down. So basically saying be less good friends with them now. So when you stop being friends, it'll hurt less. That's exactly like choosing a lower paying investment so you pay fewer taxes when you sell it. Refusing to become close to a friend. All parts of our lives are in flux. That's why people don't get married. That's why people don't have kids. Because they don't know who they're going to be in 10 years. They can't make that type of long-term commitment. People's personal identities are changing on a day-to-day. Actually, this system of complete instability collapses. No man is time. Taji Symphony O'Connor. We can't all limit our own ancient morality. Instead, we get rid of all previous societal expectations. We're not strong enough to invent our own. We just take our morality and feel of anything around us. And it's so much time on social media. We follow one TikTok. And if I had to choose to dictate how it is between Benjamin Franklin and Lauren Gray, between Martin Luther King and Tate Bowler, I think I have a pretty short race. But I'm owning that because TikTok morality dominates. TikTok morality, let's call it, is based around doing good or just being a good person. It's based around not making mistakes. If you made a non-PC tweet or if you made someone intentionally uncomfortable, you are bad. If you're bad on the level of the Catholic Church would call you bad if you committed heresy, or the Catholic state government consider bad if you privately criticize Joseph Stalin. So, it feels for 2 specific reasons. The negative reasons that means people are more afraid to do things because they don't want to say something wrong and get canceled. Oh, God, I'm canceled! Oh, I think I'm canceled. Well, that's fine. Oh, I'm serious. The positive reason is that not doing anything has never been easier. So it's never been more appealing. 100 years ago, if you wanted to not do anything, that wasn't an option. You had to be older. You like, starve. Today, you can find a private job that you pay to live with your parents and scroll on TikTok all day and risk nothing. I mean, like, besides your soul. And I really think what I'm telling you right now, this lack of continuity because this TikTok morality, so we don't take any risks. See, this is what's going on around us. I think this explains our modern place. But any good theory needs to be tested, and once the test of the theory, it predicts power. So if the things I'm saying are true, well, we should see in the real world. I'm not here. Not want to mention my friend's sketch, but zero. No one. Don't have kids. You know how far you need to go to make them have to bring like for real. Let's step back on the right. Yeah, look, GDP goes up. People have a lot of moving. You know, remember, no one having kids. And it's across the board. This is across the West, the East, you know, everywhere it's happening. So there's things happening. Like even like the kids are 18. If you're wrong, they don't dance. No one dances. They go to clubs, they don't dance. Why is this? Because you're recorded. If you're a 2-year-old kid, go to a club, you get recorded. If you approach a girl and you mess it up, you get recorded. Everything is panoptic on that. So if you gotta ask me why, my answer is technology. My answer is social media. My answer is AI. My answer is algorithm. No one needing an algorithm. You know how they optimize? They optimize people level 1 and keep coming back to that. And now here's the thing that they sold out all our games, all of our universe, personal universe, to tech companies without our consent, optimize their algorithm. But I think there's the thing where we as a society have not dealt with the fact that we have super technology tools. The industry of technology is a wild west. Everyone can do whatever they want. Oh, just sell all of our younger generation's dating lives to corporations for profit. Here's the things that who has liability. So I think the real problem is that we are as a society, as a government, the generation, you know, we can't also generation, I don't want to myself, the generation before me, to let technology work. The promise was if you let technology work, or if you let human growth, there will be promise. Freedom, happiness, economic growth, and work, where I think my generation did not say that promise.
I hope we all get fired.
Dancing for freedom, listening to there's video. It's crazy. And people don't realize the cost of that. You're giving up potentially like 2 nights of happiness a week just because you're so afraid of what could possibly go wrong. What does that do is if you're too afraid to dance because you think you'll get canceled for dancing there, I think you're going to be too afraid of actually taking a bold stance in anything or taking a risky job. And worse, it makes you feel limited. It makes you feel pointless because nothing you have to ever do anything that has any risk to it. So numerous studies reveal that activists, people trying to do something other things they care about, are happy because they feel like they're doing something that matters. People would notice if they were gone. To be an activist, you have to risk getting canceled. You have to risk getting hated. And the flip side is that you crowd ratings. Look at people specifically who are on TikTok a lot and it's not the exact opposite. The more you use TikTok, the more impressed you become. Why? It's no mystery. It's because you're limited. You don't want to. Because you don't live by your own vested values. You know, you're an individual who says, I really want to spend 10 hours a day on TikTok, and by golly, I'm going to trade you for TikTok. You know, and that's supposed to be unwanted or already thinking powerless. And everyone understands how close it feels to be empty. I've never been like this. Someone looks at their life and says, this is not what I want. These are not my values. I'm willing to blow my entire family and move to Dubai. It's how crushing it is to feel like you're not in control of my own life. To not live the life that I actually claim to care about. You have people afraid to dance, like say, do a joke, because they don't want to cancel. What's harder is the vast majority of people say they're against cancel culture, but whenever anyone's canceled, it's a very rare individual who says, yes, what they did is bad, but let the punishment fit the crime. And it's even worse is the people who press the need every cancellation that basically has no expiration date, or the exact same people who want felons to get voting rights. The idea behind felons voting is that there's something wrong, but you face the consequences. At a certain point, the consequence end, and you should treat it like any other member of society. That's why people protest when job applicants ask someone to say if they're felon, they did their sentence. Why you're trying to still punish them after their sentence. So what's the perspective shifts when it comes to virtual cancellations? The person you know is streaming need one thing, but not act it. The agonizing distance you feel in your heart. For years, I have really had OCD. It sneeze to the powerlessness. It's trying to get control. You don't have. That's why it's like the person's not over. It's the powerless. You feel like you can't control anything in your life, and you're trying to regain your power. Whenever I resolve to change my life, you know, only wake up at a certain time. At this point, I'm towards work. This everyone hours. But I know I've made that promise to myself and broken it before. And some part of me knows I should trust myself. And some part of me knows I am not to be believed. So I can't reconnect. So when I say that I do something and I just don't do it, I feel so impotent. I feel terrible. I feel like I don't do anything that matters. And that weakness, that impotence is happening on a society level. No one knows what's going to happen tomorrow. Who knows what their identity will be. Nobody wants to do anything. So we'll all just wallow in this amorphous blob of bland nothingness plus scrolling. That's why no one can commit to getting married. You are married someone who's not your spouse. To marry someone who's maybe a different person for years and working to trying to change their personality. But the reason people get married younger than that is because they were much more confident that they could be the same person for the rest of their lives. And so even if you ran for a second, the cancel culture is only good. Or some people say the cancel culture is even real. So I'll be very big. So that's that. Like, she's like, yeah, I can't kill a man.
I'm going to send it.
So hard because you remember me. I'm not so sorry. Yeah, you're the slave labor one. Because that's like, so I can tell you guys my experiences at the first half. Like, no, exactly, can't sponsor. I'm dead. I'm dead. Why? Make it cancel culture is why so many guys have been harassed out of their own. Why so many people who share bad things they've done with a close friend. Why so many people who want to start TikTok channels don't. So what's safer than doing any of that is scrolling alone.
Explaining that really major theme was in part 12, cancellation. This theme involves intrusive thoughts, starting with fear of being cancelled. They were imagined mistakes. It's not than 10 years ago, or one they were educated. If this theme often feel like it's a matter of time.
Where's the photographers?
Famously, of course, Robert Putnam, this 1994 book, Bowling Alone. Friends like I used to on mass, they're bowling alone with their today. 94,000 parents. We're not bowling alone anymore. It's quite as acid. We're scrolling alone because we can make mistakes so much in very predictable ways. People are afraid to do anything because they don't want to risk their control. Have you ever asked a question and laugh at you? So you ever asked that question again? My mom was in 7th grade. She was a STAR math student, and everyone knew her as the girl who could math. When they reached a unit, she didn't quite understand. She felt so embarrassed about being a STAR math student, having to ask the teacher for help, and she never did. She felt completely behind in math and never understood it as a middle school level for the rest of her life. Someone commented that some of us learn so early that having needs felt more dangerous than going without them. Yeah, and now that's happening for everybody in society. We'd rather guarantee doing nothing than take the risk of doing something. Like little kids afraid to ask their mom for something because she's mad at us.